What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here, and I'm back with another deck profile for you guys. Today, I just got first place at my locals, or not today. I'm recording it today, but I played yesterday night, Friday. Pink Elephant Gaming hosting at our Next Level Cafe. Appreciate them for running another tournament, as always. Shout out to Rake for running tournaments. But yeah, we played the same deck as we did pretty much last time. There's only actually just one little change. It was just one thing. But I played Invoked Dragoon again. Got first place, went 4-0. Decided to bust out my old UDS mat that I got from my good old friend Cody Angeloff when he topped. Still have this mat, as you can see, I kept it like I promised. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get to the profile and show you guys what I played. We got the 3 Alistair Invoker. We got the Slim again. Yeah, every format I had to play Alistair. I just have to until they do something about it. So, until then, we're just always going to have Alistair access at all times, sometimes. So yeah, Alistair wins games. Need to have it. Next up, we got the 3 extenders. The amazing extender in this deck, Magician Souls. This card is actually just like crack. There's a couple games where I just like didn't even use it to summon itself. I used it to summon the Dark Magician and push for game, because like summoning a Dark Magician off of this card is actually nuts. But yeah, that can steal you games. But the main point of this card is to help you dig if you don't have a good hand. So this helps you unbreak your hands. Baits Ash early. It does all kinds of crazy stuff for you. So yeah, this card's nice. You gotta have this. Shout out to James for letting me borrow these. Still borrowing them to this day. Next up, once again, we got the Trickstar package. We got the 1 Corbane, the 1 Candina. This is pretty nice still. I like this engine. The 1 card Anaconda. I'm saying it right this time, I'm not saying Cobra. The 1 card Anaconda, you can just play Light Stage. Light Stage gets Candina. Candina gets Corbane if you don't have an Alistair normal summon. Or you can use the Corbane to search and then normal summon Alistair. And you still have Anaconda, Dragoons, Makaba, or Kaliga. Whatever you feel like you need to make with whatever's in your hand. Yeah, amazing. That Trickstar package is the same. It's not going to change. Amazing combos. The Danger we're playing now is Snake. We did change that up a little bit. We're just going to try. I tried out not playing Nessie. We're going to see what happens. But yeah, we took that out. So now we're playing just the 1 Danger. And that's just to help extend with Alistair. Because you just need an extender with Alistair to make Anaconda with a Makaba or a Kaliga or whatever you want. So yeah, that's the difference right now. 3 Ash Blossom, Enjoy Spring. Best hand trap for locals. Like, this card is just too generic. You have a Dragoons, Ash, and a Makaba. It's very hard to lose that game. Because they're going to try to bait your Dragoons with something, but you can just Ash that card, and then you still have the negate with the Dragoons, which is still crack. So yeah, Ash is the best hand trap with negates. Next up, once again, we got the double Dark Magician Theory. Yes, you got to try the deck for yourself. I'm telling you, anybody that's ever net decked this same exact list will understand why you play 2 Dark Magician. Because you need a Magician Souls target in your deck. And this is the best one because we're trying to have hard-drawn targets for Invocation if we have too many vanillas. Which I drew 3 vanillas yesterday and I won that game. So let's go. Yeah, that's pretty much about it about the Dark Magicians. So then to run out that theory, I just decided to play the 2 Red Eyes Black Dragon as well. Because I want to resolve Dragoons at least twice in a game. Yeah. Because my win condition is putting pressure on your opponent early and then winning game with Dragoons burning and attacking direct for game with a lot of damage. So yeah, 2 Red Eyes to make sure my Red Eyes fusions and invocations are always just flying around, fusioning, summoning. That wraps up the monsters. Next up, we got the good old God card, Monster Reborn. This and Alistair still full combo, because you can just normal summon Alistair, search invocation, send Alistair to the grave, link off into like a Magistus Artemis link. And then you can reborn to Alistair, make Anaconda, and then you can proceed to make your Makaba by invocationing, and then you go use your Anaconda. So there you go. No, that card's nuts. And then reborning Dragoons after they out it is, it's nuts. But that's happened to me too. Somebody reborn this, like top deck my reborn on my Dragoon. That game was really rough because my Dragoons was looking at me and that didn't feel good. 1 Call by the Grave. This card's just like generically still too good. I wish it was at 2 or 3, but This helps you ensure your plays go through, and it's actually a really good set when you have a Dragoon Makaba against most decks. Yeah, very amazing card. Next up, multiple copies of Alistair. Here you go, and other cards. So terraforming is amazing. Same thing with set rotation, more Alistairs, more options for other cards. Trick stage, you guys already know. This card's nuts. Dealing with like having this card in back row matchups is so insane. Like forcing a back row before you even make a play, they have to respond to it, or it's just gonna be locked down for that turn. Is amazing. And you can win in time just in case someone tries to stall you out. We don't go to time though because this deck's so aggro. You either lose because you brick or you win because you just have a decent hand. You don't even need a god hand to win. You just need a decent hand to win. And the other field spray I play because of set rotation, I just kept finding myself like terraforming for like Trickstar light stage and then drawing set rotation and being upset I don't have a target. So I threw this Mystic Mine in because it also gives you turns whenever, you know, things don't go well for you. You have too much bricks, then you can definitely just sit on mine for a few turns, and then you can out your own field spell with another field spell, and then you start proceeding to win when you have enough resources. So we don't use that for a win con, we use it to slow down your opponent. Of course, we have 3 Magical Meltdown, Slim's Home, you already know. This card's amazing. Making Algaudis or any fusion off of this and then chaining like Cosmic Cyclone onto a back row and they still can't respond is insane, which is why I still play Cosmic Cyclone over like Harpy's Feather Duster, because like having Meltdown plus a fusion summoning card and like Cosmic Cyclone is pretty hard to deal with. Yeah, it's very annoying for your opponent. And next up we got the good old Invocation. This card's cracked still. You can make Dragoons with this card, just in case you guys don't know. If you guys hard draw double vanilla, you got a Dark Magician or Red Eyes, you can win the game with Invocation just because of that, which is crazy. So don't forget that, boys. Don't forget that. Next up, you have your best starter without a normal summon or any summon at all, Red Eyes Fusion. Of course, we're playing 3 of this because we need to have this in the deck. We need to have this in our hand. We need to have it everywhere. This card will win you the game against most trap decks because it's hard for them without Dragoon. But in general, you're just going to win games because of Red Eyes Fusion. And then, one of my favorite cards in the deck, Magical Eyes Fusion. It's Miracle Fusion for Dragoons, basically. It fusion summons a spellcaster, and guess what? Dragoons is a spellcaster, so there you go. This card's amazing with Verte Anaconda as well. And then Instant Fusion, of course. God card, you already know. Super Poly, once again. I did play a Shaddoll player, my boy Dak, so this didn't come in handy, but I wish I had more at that point. But he Super Poly me, so that was pretty nuts. But that card's amazing. You gotta play one. 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Once again, my theory for playing this instead of Harpy's Feather Duster, because this card can chain to your fusion summon under Meltdown. They still can't respond, so you're hitting a back row, and they can't respond with that back row, so it's insane. Next up, we got the 2 Droplets to help you break boards. Helps you OTK as well if they have their own Dragoons. I killed a Dragon Link player with this. It's nice. This card's broken. And then the last trap card is Triple Infinity Impermanence. This is actually the best hand trap in my opinion right now. It's still a low impact hand trap like Ash, but like this stopping an opposing Verte Anaconda is insane. Yeah, amazing card right now. I think it's the best hand trap right now. So if you guys aren't playing Impermanence, you probably should, because it's actually really good against my deck, and my deck's pretty nuts if I have to say so myself. All right, next up we have extra deck. We got the 1,000 Eyes Restrict. You can play Millennium Eyes, but I wanted to make one more room for Super Poly targets. We got the Mud Dragon, of course. We got the Starving Venom, which I just dropped. Starving Venom right there. Yeah, Dragoons, you already know. But Raijin's also amazing for that Bird Up matchup. You can actually play with Alistair, Invocation, Bird Up if they have a wind. We got the Purga Trio, go for game. This card wins a lot of games, y'all. Kaliga. No, this card in Dragoons is actually just nuts against combo decks, because you stun them for their turn, and then the next turn you make a Verte Anaconda using this, and then you just kill them. We got the Algaudis. We got the 2 Makaba. We got the 2 Dragoons. This card should have got banned. I'm going to keep playing this until this card gets banned, so I'm sorry if y'all getting tired of me playing this deck, but I want this card banned, so I'm just going to abuse it until that happens, so be on the lookout. We got the 1 Almirage, the 1 Artemis, and the 2 Anaconda. Shout out to Caleb and Jesse for letting me borrow the Caleb let me borrow this one, and then Jesse let me borrow the Anaconda and the 2 Dragoons, because I do not own those cards because they spiked up way too much. I'm not about to buy those now. And then for side deck, it's pretty simple. 3 Lancia, generically good against almost everything. Once again, I don't have Godarlas, but you could probably change this to Godarla. But luckily for me, my locals only has like 1 bird up player that I've seen in the past few months, so we're lucky there. But get Godarla if you're playing your locals and they have bird up. 2 Nibiru. We got the God Card Harpy, Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, Blowout Back Row. This is actually the best card in my side deck. I won like 3 games off of this card alone against Eldlick, and I won against Dragon Link with this card. Even going second, I sided this in, and I just could break their board, and then they couldn't come back and play. So this card's amazing. I like this card. This might go to 3 eventually, I think. I like this card. My deck plays around it completely. Then we got the 2 Evenly Match. Of course, evenly match and then make your Dragoons pretty hard to beat. And the Wee Woo button, the OTK, because we're playing Alistair deck, we can definitely put OTK on board every time. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. Went 4-0 at my locals. Invoked Dragoon. I know it might get boring again, but I really like this deck. I went 8-0 this week at locals with this deck, so I haven't even lost with this deck this week. So I like the deck a lot. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions down below in the comments of what I should change, or if you guys like something, or if you don't like something. Yeah, I just like to hear what you guys think about this deck, because I actually like Invoked Dragoon. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Shout out to our whole local squad for letting us play locals every week. And yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. We're signing out. Peace.